Right. Okay. Video's gonna suck. If you guys have bared with me, I'm just gonna get right down to it. I deeply apologize for this. My streaming app had to be updated. It's just a train wreck. The show must go on. The show must go on. I apologize for all this. Let's just get down to this. We're gonna try and rock this out. All right. I'm hoping you can hear me as we go through this. Year in review. I do apologize. Let's go. Now, Freedom 2.0. We only had 3 masquerades this year. First off is the Freedom 2.0. Very good kit. I've had a lot of people say, hey, why wasn't this kit of the year? And it very well could have been. If someone's going to sit there and say, this should have been the kit of the year, I'm not going to sit there and yell at you and say, that's a terrible idea. I would say it's very, very close. Not quite a coin flip. I would give it to Full Armor Gundam. But anyone out there who says, hey, you, that should be the Masquerade Kit of the Year. You know what? Fair enough. I disagree, but I'm not going to sit here and argue. Now, the next one we had was the Full Armor Gundam. Full Armor Gundam was my pick for Kit of the Year. Very strong kit, very good kit. The accessories was what sold me on that. Really, really good. Dan the Plastic Man, what up? Really, really good kit. No real problems with that kit. Balance was bad, but with that much junk on it, what do you want? We had the Psycho Zaku. I think a lot of people were a little surprised by this and how look at that. The video's starting to even out a little bit. Who knows? Anyway, the Psycho Zaku was, I didn't give it a thumbs up just because, quite frankly, by the time I was done building, I was just thinking, oh, thank God this thing is finally over. I mean, it was just such a pain. The backpack was built like an entirely different kit, slapped onto a heavily modified high mobility Zaku. Yeah, I know the Zako. I said that a few times in the review. I don't know why. But yeah, the Psycho Zaku was a pain in the rear end for me, just going through all this junk. And just, can we please get this stupid thing over with? But I got it over with. It's gargantuan master grade. But hey, what you gonna do? People have been asking, and a lot of people ask, hey, where's the heavy arms? We want the heavy arms Kai. I was honestly shocked you guys really wanted the heavy arms Kai. I had people saying, well, you should have done that before the Psycho Zaku. But I decided to wait and do it afterwards. It is a release for 2016. They do count towards Kit of the Year. But let's be honest, guys. This right here is just the same heavy arms kit with some different accessories and a color swap. You know what you're getting. You know what you're going to see. Am I going to repaint some of it? Yes. Am I going to repaint those missiles? Yes. Am I going to repaint the barrels on the heavy arms? Yes, I am. Is it going to be a huge redo? No, but what you going to do? What else do I got to talk about? IBO, the Iron-Blooded Orphans. Yeah, that show is really starting to hit its stride. I like a lot of the designs that are coming out of it. Yes, I'm getting that full mechanics kit, whose name I suspected is shipping with the sniper. Someone down there in the comments hit me up here. It's the most recent one that just came out. But yeah, I'm picking that up. People are asking, full mechanics, could that be considered for Kit of the Year? Sure, it can be considered, but I don't think it's going to. But yeah, the full mechanics kit, I don't think that's going to be a running theme. Maybe it will be. Maybe they'll put out more kits like that, but I think as soon as IBO is done, you won't see any more full mechanics kits. I think you're going to see a lot more RE100s. The one thing that I find most interesting is, for those of you who remember, way back in early spring, we got a list and pictures of all these Gunpla kits they were going to get. Vidar, thank you. Yes, I'm getting the Vidar. It'll be reviewed sometime soon. Uh, thank you, Dan. But where was I? Yeah, the full mechanic. I think they're going to be done, and we're going to see these RE100s kick back in. If you remember back in the video, they showed all these different full mechanic kit. I mean, not full mechanics. All these different kits they're going to make into RE100s. At least that's what we thought said. At least that's what we thought they were coming out with. They showed all these RE100s, and one thing that was on there was this GM Sniper 2. They're like, oh, that'll be neat. You have RE100 of, and then they announced Master Grade GM Sniper 2, and everyone went, hey, what? That means that list was not for the RE100. That is different kits they are planning in who knows what. And you know what was on that list? There was a Reborns on that list. That means a Reborns Master Grade is possible. Holy crap, I would lose my mind. If they give me that and they give me a Stargazer this year, I don't care that we got 3 Master Grades last year. I will bow down before you. One also thing that I thought was really interesting this year is you slowly started seeing more and more more and more English. Like in the Psycho Zaku kit, we saw lots and lots of English. And English and not just in like little details they listed, but in full descriptions. They gave us the Japanese version and the English version. That got my attention. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Maybe they're paying attention to us. I know a lot of people in the Philippines speak English, and that's been a big community for Gunpla for a while. But the fact that they're putting English, and they are kind of paying attention to us foreigners out there. And recently they held a survey that said, hey, what would you think about buying web shop exclusive kits directly from us, Bandai, if we would ship it? And I thought, maybe. It's way too early to tell, but some good things are on the horizon in that front. They started showing more and more, I don't know if they want to say interest in us, but they started aiming towards us. And I thought that was interesting. What else happened this year? The high-res kits. They came out with the high-res Barbados Slim. Yeah, man. Okay, that was terrible. I'm sorry. I apologize. But they came out with the high-res, and I thought that was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen. I thought, why would anyone want that? The whole point of getting a Gunpla is building the Gunpla. I mean, really, build the Gunpla. Yes, Corn Wizard, I got the stream working, but I had to move over here. But anyway, the high-res kits I thought were just stupid. Why would anyone want that? But they also said, okay, now we're doing a high-res Wing Zero. Ahoy hoy? What? I don't know what that means. I don't think this will really take off. I mean, if you want to buy a big action figure, you can buy big action figures. If you want a highly detailed action figure, you can get those too. Maybe the high res is going to be the poor man's metal build. I don't know. I think they're dumb. I don't think I'll be getting them anytime soon. But whatever floats your boat. If you want one, go for it. But I won't be getting one. Another thing that happened this year that I'd like to point out is I got gifts. People sent me stuff for free. And one for almost free. I got a heavy heavy weapon system, or the full armor system, pardon me. Should be called the heavy weapon system, for the PG Unicorn. For free. I'm still confused. I know how he decided that I was going to get that. But yeah. That was cool, and I've been just recently, late last year, I had someone contact me on Facebook. I guess I'll go ahead and shout out name here. He runs a Facebook comedy page called Haman Karn of Neo Zeon. He's obviously not Haman Karn because he's a he. Anyway, point is, he contacted me and said, hey, I got 2 kits you don't have, and I wonder if you wanted to buy them off me. He showed me the kits, and I was like, I kind of like one of them, but I don't like, you're asking a little much. Thanks, but no thanks, man. Good luck selling them. And he goes, well, I'll give you a discount. I'm like, I'm good. I'll give you a really good discount. I'm like, well, how good? I'll give you a really good discount. He basically gave me buy one, get one free kits because he wanted to see reviews of these kits that I didn't have. He knows what they are. You guys do not. I'm going to keep it that way, but I will give you a hint. One of these kits, there's a few people out there that were bashing me pretty hard that I didn't review it. It's back there. I don't know when I'll get to it. It is back there, though. But shout out to Marnkarn. He didn't give it to me for free, but he gave me one of them free, basically. He basically gave me such a good deal. One of them was free, one I paid for. But what you going to do? Looking ahead to 2017. Hopefully, we get more master grades than we did last year. We got a grand total of 3 last year, standard releases. They were a big 3, mind you. I'm not going to argue that. But we didn't get a whole lot. But upcoming so far that we haven't confirmed, the GM Sniper 2, which I mentioned earlier, that is coming out. In fact, that is already out. I have it shipped and it's on my way here. That's the very next kit I will be building after I finish the Heavy Arms Kai, or Heavy Arms Custom, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to finish that, and the very next thing I build will be the GM Sniper 2. That's going to be cool. The next thing they announced is the Providence Master Grade. That will be coming out in, I think they said March or April, early spring, the point is. Felix, I know you want the Justice MG. Calm down. I'll get you. I'm going to get you a nice drink. Relax, Felix. Calm down, Felix. Calm down, Felix. Calm. Take a deep breath. Okay. But yeah, the Providence. They've also announced that they're going to be coming out in. They're going to come out in 2 different versions, which is something I haven't done in a while. The Standard Edition, which is just your Providence kit, and a Special Edition, which comes with a special action base that looks like the Zaft logo, but it's not all white, and decals. Lots and lots of decals. I'm just looking at the picture. Looks like water slide decals for the Providence and a whole bunch of other seed kits, like the RGC, the Seed Revisit, the Strike Revisit, and all the other kits we had, the Buster, the Blitz, etc., etc. It looks like it gives you the water slide decals for all that stuff. Personally, for me, I just decided, I'm just going to stick with the Standard Edition. I don't need that action base. I'm just going to get the standard Providence. I think the Providence can look cool just as it is. The other thing they kind of announced, is like, okay, the very next Katoki kit, the one he's working on next, is Double Zeta. So we are getting our 2.0 Zeta, Double Zeta kit that we've been complaining about for years. Katoki's going to redesign it. He's working on it. I don't think that's coming until late next year. I don't know if it'll be the December kit, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see that in August. But yeah, I think it's coming eventually. We don't have a release date for that yet. I don't know if he even started on it. We'll see. The other thing, I keep hearing people, my prediction way back in the first Barbatos review, do you think we're going to get Master Grade Barbatoses? What's the plural of Barbatoses? Barbatai? Barbatu? I don't know. Point is, I don't think we're going to be seeing, I think we will be seeing a Master Grade Barbatos at one point. What I think they're going to do, this is just my idea of what's going to happen, is the Barbatos is going to have multiple different pieces of armor. So you can create different versions of it. I think they're going to go with the newer Barbatos, the more recent one with the red shoulders and whatnot. I think that's definitely a better kit anyway. But I think what we're going to see is more and more, option add-on parts. I think we're going to have a much more detailed, better frame. And I think you're going to say, okay, here's a whole bunch of accessories. Here's a whole bunch of armor parts. So you can get all sorts of different things for this Barbatos. And maybe, you know, I think there's going to be a big, crazy, psychotic version of the Barbatos at the end of this series with beam weapons and claws and some kind of unholy nightmare thing. And maybe that's what we'll get in a Master Grade. Who knows? Maybe they're just going to keep on making these standards and eventually we're going to get there. Okay, I see we've got about 51 people watching now. Again, for those of you joining late, I deeply apologize. YouTube was giving me fits. My my streaming app had to take an update. Everything kind of went to hell in a handbasket. I finally got things kind of working. The stream here is still a little dodgy. You can see the videos jumping around a lot. Audio seems to be going good, though. But again, I apologize. It was a royal pain in the butt. I ended up starting over an hour late. My bad. My bad. Anyway, where were we? Also, during the last Psycho Zacco, I did it again, Zacco. I want a taco, apparently. Becky, if you're watching, I want a taco. Give me a taco. Anyway. Psycho Zaku. Why am I saying it? Zaku. The Psycho Zaku review. Everyone, not everyone, but I had a few people complaining about lighting. People saying the lighting was off. It didn't go right. I am trying out some new lighting techniques. I will try to work the next kit I do, the heavy arms, with this new lighting technique. I may or may not use my camera on my smartphone. I've heard that it works a little bit better than the video recorder I've been using. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet, but I'm going to try the new lighting setup. For those of you who follow me on Twitter and Facebook, I've been putting out Sacco Supreme. Okay, you got me. Die. Sacco Supreme. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying? That got me laughing. I'm sorry. Anyway, lighting. I'm trying different lighting ideas. Like I said, I've been throwing them up on Twitter, on Facebook, okay, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? I don't know exactly how I'm going to roll with it yet. I've added more lights. There's 2 LED lights, and then my primary light that in the center. I'm going to fiddle around with it. I don't know exactly how I'm going to work with this. But yeah, Felix, stop it. But yeah, I don't know exactly how I'm going to work it yet. I think it's better. I'm trying to get more lit, but I'm still working on it. What I really need is a big, giant light over my head, because when I'm filming, I don't know if you can tell this, I got it on a big, tall stand, so I don't have to bend over and I don't have to sit down when I record. I just stand there, film it, and then, you know, have one hand moving as necessary, and film tiny little vignettes or tiny little videos, which I stitch all together to make the different, Dan, stop it, Sacco Bowl. Anyway, I stitch all these little videos together, edit them, chop them up, do whatever I need, and run from there. Hi, Scott. Shout out to Scott. He's awesome most of the time. But yeah, when I film, I stand up and I film up these little things. I know a lot of people say, we really want you to get a tripod. Every time I've used a tripod, it's a royal pain in the butt. I know people really want me to. That's going to be one of those things. It's really hard for me to do. Just because, like I said, I don't film these big, long sections most of the time. I film tiny little spot here, tiny little spot here, tiny little spot. Longest one video sections I ever have is about a minute, and usually they're like 30 seconds or less. So, what you gonna do? But yeah, that's what I think's coming next year. Like I said, I bought some new lights for the lighting to try and get you guys happier with the lighting. This may be my channel, but you guys pay the bills as it was. I put ads on these things. You help me. Bugger the tripod. Don't bugger me, Scott. But I try and make everybody happy. This is my channel. You pay the bills. I put ads. You continue to watch. I use the ads to buy more Gun Plus stuff to make more videos, and the vicious cycle goes round and round and round. You see. Now, been talking for a little bit, about 23 minutes. I'm going to open up the floor to questions. Again, realize that is on a delay. What you type, I will see, and then I will respond to. You'll see me about 20 seconds later. Because as I talk right now, you see my hands spinning around. So, questions you have for me? Will you build the GM Sniper 2? Yes, I'm building the GM Sniper 2. Like I said, it's already been ordered. In fact, it's already been shipped from Hobbylink Japan, and it's on its way. Do you think there were an MG Legend and a Sandrak Kai? I don't think I'd be surprised if we get a Legend. I guess not shocked since we're getting a Providence. They wouldn't have a huge redo. MG Sandrak abso-friggin-lutely. I'll bet you it's this year. I bet you it's P Bandai. I bet you we see it just like we did Heavy Arms late this year, like October, November. I think that's a giveaway. Max, will you do a Mechanicore? Actually, I do have a Mechanicore kit back there. I got it off eBay. I'm not going to tell you which one because I'm evil like that. I do want to build this thing. It is a giant monster of a kit, as all their kits are, and I will get around to building it one of these times. But like I said, my backlog is pretty ridiculous this year. Between the two kits I got at a really good deal, there's also two P Bandai kits I've got back there, which I got because basically if you don't buy P Bandai when they come out, they're really hard to get later. So I wanted them. I didn't know when I'm going to build them. One of them's really old. In fact, I'll tell you one. One's that red Zeta I bought way back when. And one of these days I'll get around to it. Also, people have been asking the PG strike. Will I get to that? I definitely intend to get there. I want to get to that yet. But what you going to do? Give me a high five. Boom. Don't hit your screen. Don't. I told you not to hit the screen. I know it's really laggy, guys. I've used this before, and I've never had this much trouble. I don't know why it's so bad this time. Maybe there's a download going on. Maybe it's just glitchy. I don't know. I apologize. I was fighting with it from 7 o'clock on for this stupid thing, but what you gonna do? Hold up 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. India/Pakistan. 600 plus different. Yeah, $8. How much time? And 4 minutes 26 seconds. And that long, give me your top bit. Tell me what it is, and I'll do it at the last minute. 15. I apologize. I'm back. No, I wasn't going to yell at my neighbors. Anyway. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. I see myself coming into the room now. Okay. Jeff is an excellent house cat, but he fails to understand what makes beer good on a fundamental level. I do not. I was raised on St. Louis beer. I'm sorry. It is true that Gundog holds you captive and has you put out reviews. He does not hold me captive. I'm allowed to come and go as I please. But I do have to follow his rules. He's mean. Okay. Sorry about that. Are you excited for the Thunderbolt Season 2? Absolutely. I was kind of shocked. I was a huge fan of December Sky. I love the movie. I love the plot. I love the designs of the kits. The fact that they are going to make a RG Atlas Gundam. They're going to make an RG Atlas Gundam. Wow. I mean, not an RG, but a high-grade Atlas Gundam. I apologize. The fact that they might actually give a Master Grade Atlas this year. When I saw the Atlas pictures on when they first announced Season 2, I'm like, Master Grade, April, I'm calling it. I was wrong. It was actually the Providence. Not that I'm complaining. I love the Providence. Yeah, I'm sorry, William. It was not an RG. It's a high grade Atlas. But the fact that I really think we're going to see an MG Atlas now. I'm going to peg that now as the August or maybe the September kit. But yeah, that's interesting. We'll see how that rolls. I don't think we'll see an MG Atlas for April. I think we are seeing it this year, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it shows up, as that August, September, October ballpark. I'm not really. People ask, do I do third-party kits? I've got I mentioned this earlier. I have a Mechanicore kit back there. One of these days I'll get around to building it. I do not like buying bootleg kits. I never will. But the third-party kits like the Mechanicore, I don't have any problem with because they're building a standalone kit. That is not a copy of anything. They sat down and built everything piece by piece or designed everything piece by piece and are selling their own individual, design. Now, does that design look a heck of a lot like another kit from Gundam Universe? Yeah, but what you gonna do? What do you think of a 2.0, the perfect grade Gundam? Possible? If you're talking the perfect Gundam, or if we're talking like the old perfect Gundam Master Grade, I think that is possible. I wouldn't bet on it. And I got a bid. Damn. Bidding on something else, but I lost. Oh well. Anyway, point is, do I think there's ever a chance of a perfect grade 2.0 like the RX-78 perfect grade kit in a 2.0 frame? I wouldn't bet on it just because I thought we would have seen it by now. I was honestly expecting it a couple of years ago, and instead we got the Unicorn, which threw me for a loop. Why don't I make a Patreon? Quite frankly, this YouTube stuff is complicated. Adding a Patreon just makes everything a little more complicated. I think you guys, I don't put on some big tons of ads on these things. You watch the video, you click off an ad. It's stupid. If you like the ad, maybe you click on it and I get a little money. Whatever. But I put the ads on, and you can, ignore those, enjoy them, whatever. YouTube cuts me a little bit of money. The Patreon, I don't want to take the ads off, and I don't know if Patreon's going to work. Whatever. Corn Wizard asks, by the way, I haven't mentioned it yet in this video. Corn Wizard is the guy responsible for the orange logo I use for my streams, the orange logo with the Gelgoog. He gave me that as a gift. Corn Wizard, you're awesome. All praise your vegetable magic powers. Anyway, he asks, do you think there would be a community build-off this year? I don't think so. If someone challenges me, we'll see. But last year's build-off was really tough. And I don't know if I would do one this year. If someone invites me, I mean, I was in 2 build-offs last year. There was the build-off against Henry with the contest, and then there was a big YouTuber build-off between me and Zaku and other people. How long do I see myself in kits, and when did you start getting involved in it, on more Gunpla specifically? I've been building model kits since I was in grade school. Back in grade school, it was cars and planes and helicopters, and there was lots of glue, and that makes me sound weird. Ignore that. Anyway, but like many of you, I got involved with Gunpla back in the Toonami days of Gundam Wing. They announced action figure model kits. Level 12, level 6, level 025, whatever. God, that commercial. Putting the cable on the Epion's V. Friggin' idiots don't even know it. Anyway, I'm sorry. But anyway, I started picking up kits then. My first ever kit was the Epion high grade. I still have him. He's one of my all-time favorites. But yeah, I started building those. I started getting involved. There was like R. Robert, Too Old for Toys, Vegeta 8259, Henry. They were the guys I watched and was like, hey, I think I can do that. I started making videos. My early videos sucked. I'll just be honest, they sucked. But I started getting better at them and better at them. And I always tell people who are starting out, when they first start making videos, your first couple of videos are going to suck and nobody's going to watch them. It's just the way it is. The only way to get good at these is make more and more and more of them. People say, well, I'm not getting any subscribers. I didn't get any subscribers at first either. It took me almost a year to really kick off. But the thing is, it's exponential growth. Getting to 100 is a long time. Getting to 500 is a long time. Getting to 1,000 is a long time. But after you hit that, the numbers start increasing really fast. I mean, after you hit the 1,000 mark, that's when you suddenly go, oh, wow, I'm at 2,000. Oh, wow, 3,000. Whoa, whoa. And the number just shoots off because people start noticing you. Like I just hit 15,000 the other day after the Psycho Zaku review came out. That was amazing. But like I said, you got to keep on trucking, keep on going. Would you ever build a plastic version of a metal build figure from a third-party company? I don't think so. I would love, 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 love to have that metal build gold frame. Oh, that thing's beautiful. Or the metal build F91's coming out later this year. Oh, that's so pretty. It's so pretty. Hi, Nike. Yes, the live stream is kind of working now. It's still kind of sluggish. I had a for those who are joining late, I apologize. My streaming app had to be updated, and it just kind of. People ask what happened to Robert and Robert and Too Old for Toys. Too Old for Toys has a kid now. He has a family. He still very rarely puts out a video, just for fun. You'll still see him on social media. Obviously, he's got a kid now. He's got a family. Gunpla takes a backseat in importance, but he still does the hobby. R. Robert, as far as I know, is retired from the YouTube game. He still does reviews. I think, don't quote me, I think he actually works for Hobby Link Japan now. He is part of their YouTube team, and he writes reviews for them, and he's kind of an ambassador for them. So, good to be for him. or am I planning the last version of Barbatos? It's going to be called the Barbados Lupus Rex. I haven't seen a lot of it, but the craziness that I have seen, I like. So I don't know. I want to see more of it. I don't know if I need a third Barbados kit, but we'll see. Shinji asks, getting the robot Shinji, ever have an MG you wanted to take a hammer to rather than due to quality things falling off? Oh, yeah, yeah. There's a couple. Let's put it this way. There's a kit behind me back there that I reviewed, and I will be re-reviewing this year as an April Fool's gag. I'm not going to tell you which one. For those of you who have been watching, I think you have an idea what it is. Yeah, you ever seen Jabman rage out? You might. Hey Jab, I know you used the Gelgoog 2.0 of the Phoenix. After my Raven appears, care to make a Phoenix Gelgoog cannon to compete? Maybe. We'll see what your Raven's got, Dan, but my boy the Phoenix over here is going to whoop your butt anyway, so it really doesn't matter. If they ever make a Gundam build fighters again, just show an orange Gelgoog somewhere in the background. It doesn't even have to have my logo. Just put it back there. I'll be like, that's me, that's me, that's me. I'll nerd out. It'll be fun. It won't happen. Speaking of the gold frame, are you going to get the RG coming out soon? I don't think so, because that RG gold looks like crap. Sorry, I think it does. I still hold out hope. I still hold out hope of that perfect grade. Not perfect grade, pardon me. That master grade gold frame Aramatsu. The gold frame parts, or the frame parts for the red and blue, are undercut. It's there. It's there. I mean, come on, Bandai. I know it'll cost a small fortune, but come on. I'll pay the small fortune. What is your opinion of the White Dingo MGGM Sniper P Bandai version? That thing looks amazing. I'm kind of annoyed that I've already purchased the GM Sniper 2. When they came out, White Dingo version, I'm like, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Damn, I already bought the standard version. If I track down that P Bandai version and it's not too terribly expensive, I might go. I guess I could always use 2 GM snipers because that really looks cool. Well, been about 41 minutes. We're going to wind this down here shortly. I got about 60 people watching. Again, I was supposed to start this at 7. My computer and my streaming device decided to take the night off. Today's been one of those days, guys. This is Pepsi. It probably needs to be something else, but I have to get up early tomorrow. What's your opinion on being wrong about Bandai never releasing Grey Zeta? Yeah, I pulled that wrong, didn't I? I didn't think there would be a Grey Zeta. And then, of course, I built a giant resin figure version of that thing, which was a real pain, and they announced it. I'm shocked, but I thought there wasn't much demand for it. But that's kind of what P Bandai has been made for. Your standard, casual collector, casual builder, there's zero interest in a kit like that. But as hardcore guys, oh yeah, we want throwback. What would you want to see come out as an RE100? Give me my Kshatriya, damn it. Give me my RE1 Kshatriya. I know they said they tried to make the Master 8 Kshatriya. I know it didn't work. And they said, hey, it was too big. The frame was too much. And I can understand, that would just be too heavy. But I'd really like to see that Kshatriya RE100. What I said earlier about the MG Reborns chance, I think the MG Reborns is possible because if you remember back in the spring, they showed us a list of kits we're planning to do, and everyone thought that these are future RE100 kits. They showed a Leo, they showed a Reborns, and they showed a GM Sniper too. We're like, yeah, that's kind of neat. And then they said GM Sniper 2 is a master grade. And we're like, wait a minute, stop. So you're saying that all those kits weren't RE100s. Those are future kits in general for the 1/100th line, not RE100, 1/100th scale. So that means other kits on that big board could be master grades, and the Reborns was in there. So everyone kind of went, wait, you mean MG Reborns is a possibility? Oh, goody. Would I ever want a 1/100th Big Zam? Absolutely. It would be as big as my bed. It'd be as tall as I am. Just put that over in the corner. I just stand over there. Oh, with LED lights, so anyone breaks into my house, just turn that thing on. Like, what the hell is that? Hidari, or Atari, whatever. That guy says, I want an MG Psycho Gundam. I do too. Years ago, I thought that was very possible, and I think maybe they played with the idea a little bit. But now I think if we're going to get one, it's going to be RE100, and I think that's very possible because they could take that jumbo Gundam or the jumbo RX-78, little fiddling with it. You never know. Do you think Bandai will ever finish the MGA series, Age 3 Normal, Orbital Fortress, Burst? No. I think the only one I would want, the Age 3 I thought was just dumb in virtually all forms. The FX wasn't bad, especially in burst mode. It turned into like a pinwheel of death. But I think Age, we on a podcast called I Thought They Smelled Bad on the Outside, which I am on often. It's a great show. You owe me one, Scott. We did an episode about Age, and I think Age excellently is described in season 1 was bland, season 2 was bland, so they tried to ramp it up in season 3. They tried to turn the volume all the way to 11, and the speakers blew up. It just went to hell. William asks, have I ever fiddled with SD? Yeah, I've got a few SDs. In fact, if you dig around in my old videos, you'll find a RX-78-2, a SD, a Strike SD, a Freedom SD, and there's a Unicorn SD back there. And I reviewed them all. There are a few in there. I want to see an SD Jabman. No, you don't. You don't want to see that. You get a giant head, a giant furry head, like a bobblehead, on a tiny little body, wearing an orange and silver jumpsuit because, We need an MG Mercurius Invade from Gundam Wing. I would absolutely love it, Exia 1990. That would be awesome. I don't think we'll ever see it, but I would love to. I would love to be proven wrong. I always thought the Mercurius and the Vate were really kick-ass suits. I don't think we have a chance, but I've been wrong before. Putting the little SD next to Super Fumina. No, because that would be even creepier. Super Fumina is one of those kits I immediately built and boxed up just because I thought, no, I don't need that sitting on my shelf over there. When I wake up in the morning and need to change clothes and look over and see that, and I go, its eyes are staring into my soul. And I'm in my underwear. Pass. Nope. So if Bandai magically made a Kshatriya work as an MG, but for about 10,000 yen more than Psycho Zaku, would you buy it? I don't think so. I mean, 10,000 yen more than Psycho. Psycho Zaku cost a friggin' pretty penny. And they're going to add on another 10,000 on top of that. That's like getting the PG Phoenix at that point, which I would love to own, but good God. When are we going to get a PG Neo Xeon? Only if I can fly it to work. When is Bandai going to make a PG Exia and then the repairs? I think that ship has sailed. I think they made the 00 riser. I don't. I think everything is good on the PG front for Exias. I don't think we'll be seeing it. Do you think the next PG would be Barbatos? That wouldn't surprise me as the December kit this year. I don't think so. Maybe there'll be some kind of IBO movie, and there's going to be some really new crazy form of the Barbatos they use. I could see that happening, but I don't think we're going to see a PG this year. But who knows? Well, we got any more questions? I'll wind this up the next 5-10 minutes or so. Again, to those who are showing up late, I apologize. This video streaming was a royal pain in the butt this time. I had to fight with it for over an hour. I don't know why it was such a pain, but it was. What mobile suit design that hasn't been made into an MG would you most want as an MG? My current Holy Grail kit is the Stargazer. I want a Master Grade Stargazer. I don't think so. Cats for us. Hey, Jabman, what's your drink of choice? If we're talking every day, I'm a tea drinker. If we're talking enjoying myself and not driving anywhere, it's Busch Copper Lager or Busch Beer, occasional Budweiser. I'm from St. Louis. What do you want? I'm also a drinker of rums. Most of the time mixed with colas. All hail the bat. Bacardi rocks. Will you unveil the 1-1 scale chair you hung underneath you already? Okay. This is my chair. It spins. This is a fancy blanket I have on the back. It's awesome, soft and supple. All I wanted was a freaking chair. It spins around with some lasers on sharks. Uh-huh. Freaking lasers, man. Sushi Yoda asks, what state do I live in? St. Louis, Missouri. Like I said, that's why I love my Budweiser and my Busch Beer. Go Cardinals. Sharks with freaking laser beams on their head. Dan says, thanks for streaming, Jab. It was an honor for the shout out. No problem, Dan. Thanks for coming. Again, I really am sorry for tonight, guys. My plan was to start this at 7. I didn't get started till after 8 because my computer and my streaming service need to be updated. And I think there was an update for Steam in there that slowed everything down. Whatever. I got it. It's working. Video is a little wonky tonight. I think the audio is going pretty good, though. Again, I apologize. Would I get the MG Reborns if it comes out? Absolutely. Well, pre-order it the second they give me a chance. Any MG 2.0s I'd like to see happen in the future? Give me my 2.0 Alex Gundam. Give me my 2.0 Alex or new type RX-78-2, and give me my 2.0 GPO3 full burn. Or GPO1 full burn, pardon me, please. Peace and love. Awesome facial hair bros. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Awesome facial hair bros. Okay, guys. Okay, I'll stop apologizing. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for putting up with me, guys. You're all awesome. Except for you, Scott. You're kind of a pain. But I like you anyway. It's all good. See you around, guys. Thank you, and have a good one.